Hello everyone, Susie here, back for another Ramble Jamble where I just talk on my phone, but really to you. And today I wanted to share my list of things that make me feel really good. So going into the winter months, it can be quite depressing. I definitely am a person who suffers with seasonal depression. Some days are better than others, but I've created a list inspired by Hassel Avila's post on that she shared today that I just shared in my stories. She opens up so beautiful about her experience with depression and suicidal ideation, and just how much movement has really helped her throughout the years coping with depression and low mood. And she suggests in the video to make a list of things that make you feel really good. So you have them at your fingertips. You have this list at your fingertips. So you can refer to it at those times when you're feeling your lowest and you need a pick-me-up or just a reminder of like, oh yeah, this is something I could do right now. So I made a list. Some involve a bit more energy than others. Some are super simple, but I'll just go through it now. It's quite extensive, so bear with me, listen through the whole thing. I'll also share it in the comments. Just so if you would rather read it instead of listening to me, then you can do that too. So here is my list of things that make me feel good for any time I need a pick-me-up, and especially for times when I am feeling my lowest. Long, steamy showers with essential oils. So I do like baths as well. My current place does not have a bath, but long, steamy showers with a couple drops of my favorite essential oil blend kind of does the trick. And I love connecting with water element. I find baths and showers super calming and relaxing. Next on my list, kind of along that line, especially now that I don't have a bathtub in my home, I love going to float sessions at Float TO. So it's a sensory deprivation tank. It's a tank that you go into with shallow water. The water is filled with magnesium. The magnesium relaxes your muscles. It also makes your body very buoyant. So you're floating within, so you can't feel anything. You're in complete darkness. I love going in there and meditating and just relaxing, feeling and tuning into the sensations in my body, feeling the muscles just melting away. You kind of enter into this like bliss state where you're kind of like floating in outer space kind of feeling. I often feel like I'm spinning, and I told this to one of my students, and they were like, it's because of your circulatory system. So it feels like you're spinning because you're actually connecting with the blood flow in your body, which I was like, mind blown, but very cool to connect with that sensation. So check them out. I'm not sure if they're still open right now with the new lockdowns. I'm not sure if they fall within that realm of indoor space. Anywho, going on, walking by the lake. So once again, water element I find very grounding. Looking at the lake, walking by the lake, very relaxing. Walking in the woods, another thing that I love doing. Love just hearing the sounds of nature and just being in nature in general. Super grounding. Love it. Fills my heart, fills my spirit. Along those lines as well is watching clouds and sky gazing, just looking up at the sky, even if that's from inside and looking out the window and just looking at the clouds, looking at the sky. Today, right outside my window, blue sky, sunshine, you can see a lot of trees. Makes me feel really good. Next on my list, any restorative yoga shape makes me feel so good. There's a variety of different shapes that you can explore for various reasons. So if I'm feeling like I need a ground, restorative child's pose is one of my go-tos. I'm also leading a rest and restore class starting next week. They will be held Thursdays at 1 p.m. And so if you want to explore restorative yoga, there's going to be some gentle movement, qigong practices included in that as well. Link in bio. Weightlifting makes me just feel super, super strong, really gets me into my body, like feeling my muscles activating. Then after a really good weightlifting session, I just like that feeling of my muscles recuperating, feeling a bit sore and tired. It also is a nice reminder when your muscles and your body are feeling like they need a rest, like physically really getting that feeling of take a break. Can always use that reminder. So weightlifting is great for that, to really feel the body kind of exhausted. Skipping, jump rope, so much fun. Dancing, love all kinds of dance. Listening to podcasts, love it. So sometimes I'll incorporate this into my walks. Usually when I'm in nature though, I don't like to listen to anything, so I can tune into the sounds of the lake or of the trees, the birds, the animals. But if I'm walking through the city or in transit, I love listening to podcasts. Some of my favorite, usually like spiritual podcasts, wellness podcasts, and comedy podcasts. So a list that I've made that maybe you want to kind of explore some of these: Super Soul Conversations, The One Thought Away, The Highest Self, Shadowlight, Tara Brock's podcast, Mind Body Musings, Co-Conspired Conversations, On Being, Two Dope Queens, So Many White Guys, Balanced Black Girl. Another practice that I really enjoy is journaling, hence the list that I just made. Meditation. Some practices that really help me are visualization meditations, as well as intention setting and gratitude meditations. Those last two I will be facilitating next week as well. So once again, check my link in bio if you're curious and want to practice with me. Lighting a candle and watching the flames. So this is another type of meditation where you're gazing, similar to like gazing and watching the clouds. I like to just light a candle and watch the flame, or if you have a fireplace or a fire pit in your backyard, you can just watch fire. I find it so, so grounding, connecting with the fire element. Let me know how that goes. Try it out. Just light a candle and watch the flame. Mantra with mala beads. So I really like to connect a mantra while working through each bead, similar to prayer beads or a rosary if you've ever done that. Hugs and cuddles, my absolute favorite. I love hugging. So hug me if you ever see me. Well, depending if you're my bubble or not, I should say. Oh, COVID, what a time, hey? But hugs and cuddles with my partner, definitely top on my list. Really, really great. Makes me feel so, so good. Also petting Lupe and just playing with my dog. She's the cutest little pup ever. Connecting with friends and family. I made a list of people that I know that I can reach out to at any time just to connect, just to remind me that I'm okay, that everything's gonna be okay. It's so nice to get that reminder and a perspective from someone else that everything's gonna be all right. I also have my therapist on this list, knowing that I can always reach out to her at any time just to work through any thing that I feel is kind of blocking me at the moment, or also just to feel supported from someone outside of my friends and family. Aromatherapy is on my list. So I kind of mentioned essential oils earlier, but also scented candles, sage and smudging, incense. Massage, I love a really good massage. Right now, I'm just obsessed with Eddie Tony, a good friend of mine. He offers phenomenal massages that incorporate a bunch of different things. He does a lot of subconscious work, guided meditation, Thai yoga massage. So you're moving, he's massaging you. He's saying things to you. He's working through blockages and helping you to do some subconscious reprogramming. Really, really powerful stuff. Eating lots of greens and just eating well in general always boosts my mood. We've been getting microgreens from Microgreen Express. They deliver microgreens to your door. You can set up whatever packages you want. You can do weekly or bi-weekly. So delicious, so fresh, nutrient dense, will boost your mood, will make you feel better. Cleaning and cleansing. I love just cleaning. Sometimes the physicality and the movement in cleaning too, I find really helpful. As well as just like refreshing your space, opening windows, smudging your space, doing all those things, cleansing the energy, getting rid of that stagnant energy in your home. Shopping my own closet and coming up with new outfits. Yes, love doing this. I also love decluttering my closet, because having something in my closet that I don't like anymore, I don't always right away throw it out. What I'll do with it, sometimes I'll just put it away. So every season I'll usually flip my clothing, summer and winter, or warmer months, cooler months. And sometimes I'll just tuck the things that I'm like, I don't really want to wear that this winter. I'll keep it there if I'm not ready to donate it. Otherwise, I'll donate it to someone in need. Right now, encampments need warm clothing. So if you're going through your closet right now, reshopping your closet, and you see some old, still really good conditioned clothing, nice and warm, please donate them to the encampments. What's next? Watering and connecting with houseplants. We have so many gorgeous houseplants. I love watering my plants, connecting with them, looking at them, touching them. Watching something funny and ridiculous, something just like super obnoxious. Love like stand-up comedy. I will rewatch Broad City. Pen 15 is a phenomenal show. Rewatching that currently right now. I also really like I Think You Should Leave. That's on Netflix right now. Just good. I just like something super, super silly and ridiculous. It reminds me of how silly everything really is, and how to take life a little more like not so serious. Let's stop being so serious about things. Like everything is kind of silly and obnoxious and ridiculous, and I like the reminder of that. And I like laughing. Laughing's a really great form of therapy. Cooking and baking, art making, love drawing, sewing is really fun. Really great focus activities to get you into that flow state. Drinking tea. There's this blend by Traditional Medicine that I really like. It's a lavender chamomile blend. I love the smell of it especially. So whenever I make it, I kind of have like a little meditation session with it. I'll inhale and smell the aroma of the tea and take a little sip, smell it, sip, smell it, sip. So, so good. Self-massage. So I really like using 2 tennis balls in a sock, which we'll be incorporating into our rest and restore sessions if you join me for those. Or tune-up balls is the brand. This is my at-home cheap version of that. But taking 2 tennis balls, putting them in a sock so they're kind of linked together, and I like to roll just all the way down the spine. Feels super, super, super good. Tapping practices, bike rides, getting out of the city, rearranging my altar. So recently I set up an altar space, which I've never had a designated space just for my crystals, my spiritual books, my oracle cards, all the beautiful sculptures and artworks that I really like to meditate with. They were always kind of like scattered around my house, or I'd have like kind of an altar space on a dresser or a shelf. That works as well, but having it in my meditation space has been really helpful. So just rearranging it depending on what it is that I want to focus on in my meditation has been a really cool practice. Yeah, what else? Where am I? Crystals. So like I mentioned, in my altar space, I have a lot of crystals, but a nice practice that I like to do with my crystals, this is an easy one for those days where you just don't want to get out of bed. Reach for a crystal, hold onto it, And just lie there, breathe, and start to tap into the sensations that you're feeling from the crystal. Noticing sensations that are coming up in the body, any visuals that might be coming to mind, and just tuning into the frequency of the crystal. Dream work and reflection. I often have very vivid dreams, and when they're super vivid, I like to journal about them first thing in the morning and reflect on them. Sometimes I will try and use my own intuition to just try and figure out what my dream / subconscious is trying to tell me. So sometimes I'll even Google symbolisms, if there's specific things like numbers that are coming up in my dream, animals, I'll Google the symbolic meaning of them. Acupuncture, which I haven't been able to do during this time. I miss it so much. So good. Miss that practice a lot. Qigong practices, shaking, earthing, cocooning. TRE, which is a tension trauma release exercises. Breath work. My dear friend Brandon Wong offers phenomenal breath work sessions. Connect with him if you want to learn more about breath work. Chanting practices, Kundalini practices, listening to mantra singers, so Santam Kaur and Deborah Parmal. I also really like listening to the timpan instrument. I find it super grounding. There's a lot of different musicians that incorporate timpan into their music, and listen to it if you haven't checked it out before. Listening deeply to music. So along those lines, when I do listen to music, and this can be any genre, I'm just really listening to it. So listening to every single note, chord progression, each and every instrument, the lyrics, the sounds of the vocals, and noticing how the song makes you feel. So once again, using music and tapping into the body, feeling those sensations arising, noticing what kind of visuals are coming to mind. Really great practice. Love music. So I have rolling here. So I kind of mentioned those tune-up balls or the 2 tennis balls to use as rolling, but also just rocking and rolling. So on the ground, on my back, hugging knees into chest, rocking forward and back, side to side, using a tennis ball or even like a golf ball under the foot to really massage and connect with the fascia and the bottoms of the feet. Skincare, love a good skincare regime. Using masks, doing facial massages and lymphatic massages throughout the face. So good. Love incorporating that. Usually when I'm doing a skincare routine, I also like to do oil pulling. So if I have a mask, I'll oil pull at the same time. And looking through photo albums or even photos that are on my phone or on my computer, just reminiscing, having a little nostalgic moment, remembering all those fun trips that I've been on, those family gatherings, hanging out with friends, dance parties, looking through old art and my old sketchbooks and journals. Once again, just seeing where I've come from, how I've progressed. And then I have makeup and grooming. Sometimes just putting yourself together a little bit can really make you feel really good. It makes me feel super good. So even just putting on a little bit of mascara, a little bit of blush, styling my hair, putting on a funky, ridiculous sweater, putting on some jewelry, painting my nails, just fun little practices, small little things, just to kind of spruce yourself up. Makes you feel really good, makes me feel really good at least. Hopefully it makes you feel good. And yeah, let me know if you try any of these things. Make your list today. Make your list today. make your list today. That's all I have to say to close this off. Thank you for listening. I'll link some of the people and things that I mentioned in the list below. So once again, thank you all for tuning in. Love you all. Enjoy the sunshine today.